All right, so here's my audience. Tyler, look forward, lean forward. So you can see there's 3 people. Okay. Hello, my name is Betty Charlene Wisdom, and I would like to talk to you today about the current issue on prayer in Missouri schools. I am a parent of 2 children that currently attend Missouri public schools. My daughter is in the 6th grade and my son is in the 10th grade. So I definitely feel that I have a valuable opinion on this matter. Channel 8 ABC reports from Dexter, Missouri, a constitutional amendment on the Missouri ballot in August will ask Missourians if they support that school children have the right to pray and acknowledge God voluntarily in their school. First, I would like to tell you about this proposed amendment that we will be voting on August 7th. I believe it is important to note a few opinions from the church, and also I thought you might be interested to know some of the public opinions that I found from different sources. Since I am a parent of 2 children and we are Christians, this issue is very important to me. Now, to speak about the proposed amendment, a constitutional amendment on the Missouri ballot in August will ask Missourians if they support that school children have the right to pray and acknowledge God voluntarily in their school. OzarksFirst.com states the amendment also says students can express religious beliefs in assignments free from discrimination. They also say that the amendment states, shall the Missouri Constitution be amended to ensure that the right of Missouri citizens to express their religious beliefs shall not be infringed. Also, that school children have the right to pray and acknowledge God voluntarily in their schools, and that all public schools shall display the Bill of Rights of the United States Constitution. The Raleigh Daily News states the proposal clarifies that students have the right to pray and acknowledge God in public settings and on public property, as well as safeguards the right of elected officials to have invocations before public meetings. The Examiner states that the resolution also gives employees and of the elected officials of the state of Missouri the right to pray on government public property, and it also gives them the right to have ministers, clergy persons, and other individuals offer prayers or invocations at meetings or sessions of the General Assembly or a governing body. Some church officials have commented, giving their opinion on this issue also. News Channel 4 of St. Louis states that Missouri's Roman Catholic bishops are urging voters to approve the amendment on public prayer. They say people of faith need the assurance they will be able to express their religious beliefs in public without threats that they conform to changing society norms. Missouri's 4 Catholic bishops in St. Louis Post-Dispatch say this will prevent the government from using the First Amendment as a reason to keep people from praying in public. They also speak about people that oppose this bill, and there are those out there. You always have to hear both sides. And they say the right is already protected, and the amendment's benign ballot language obscures its true intent to separate church and state. Public opinion is also important, of course, on this issue. Bastrop Daily Enterprise in 2011 reports about a Bastrop High School graduation, where there was a student who said if the prayer was said at his graduation, it would violate his constitutional rights. The school was advised by their lawyer to omit the prayer. The community was very upset, understandably. The student who was supposed to say the prayer at the graduation was told to admit it, but she said it anyway, and she had a standing applause. One student had said, "Why does one person get to decide what more than 200 of us do? It's obvious the student is in the minority, yet the rest of us are being denied our right to pray to our God." A Zine article states, was our country founded on Christianity by our forefathers? Some were, and some were not Christian at that time. But even those who were not were influenced by the principles of Christianity. The first Christian concept acknowledges that the Declaration of Independence says that man is created and that the Creator, God, bestows the rights. This means that no man can take away our rights and that the government instituted by God protects these rights. This author also says that even though today's society tries to take away our rights by separating church and state and eliminating God from our schools, God remains the true forefather of this country. As you can tell, this topic is really important to me, not even just as a school nurse, as a parent, as a Christian. But due to the time that's allowed, I have to stop and go ahead and continue with my conclusion. I remember when I was in school, in elementary school in North Carolina, at lunchtime we would line up at the door and a brief prayer was said. Like I said, this was a public school in North Carolina. It made me feel at ease and it made me feel thankful. I'm not saying that prayer should be said out loud like we did then, but I do believe that children and adults should be able to pray and express their religion if they wish. The elementary school I currently work in is in a very low-income area. Many of the children do not have a happy home life or much to look forward to. Prayer could help them. It could give them a positive attitude, put them in a better mood, give them hope, and let them know that they're speaking to someone who cares about them. What could be negative about that? Children should be given this opportunity, and those that believe in a different way should exclude themselves. It's a tradition to say a blessing at a graduation, sporting events, public and government meetings. Those that do not agree with this right, they can excuse themselves or just don't bow their heads or close their eyes. Now, I've given you the highlights of this proposed amendment, some opinions of the church and of the public. The proposed amendment will be voted on August 7th here in Missouri, and I know how I'm going to vote. Go out and make your own voice heard. Thank you.